And it's how brand became this, oh, well, that's the ephemeral stuff you can't measure, top of the funnel. Here's who we are. All right, well, here's your display ad or your click through or your lead gen or your this or your that. Like, how did that go from what you said, a foundation? How did it become a layer of marketing and sometimes viewed as the least important layer?
I mean, I don't know if I have the exact answer on how it got there.
Mm-hmm.
I have theories and
I'd
hypotheses. I
love to
think
hear them.
one, I think there's an intangibility of branding that belies measurement and exact precision of data because it requires an emotional sensibility and a rational sensibility. I think with the advent of digital marketing and the precision it allows and the measurement allows, in some cases we're guilty ourselves of putting an importance on what we can measure
Mm-hmm.
and focusing on that because of the data at the expense of what we still can't measure with precision.
Mm-hmm.
And for, as long as I've been practicing marketing and branding, there's a lot more that we know, but there still are some things that you can't know. And we'll look for attribution and
Yes.
measurement. But at the same time, I'm concerned that people are losing the overall mix and they're discounting branding as an upper funnel only layer, which is really market conditioning. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, at that layer, you're helping people understand how to make them think and what they should make of the world outside. The brand is every touch point that comes at them in terms of product experience, customer experience, communication, how the lobby is decorated or not, how
Yes.
the podcast room is set up. I
Absolutely.
mean, this says a lot about your brand.
Come on now.
It's good.
No, but you're so right. And I love that point of like your brand's everything you do. And if you think you can kind of leave folks off at the like, have a good time experiencing my business now, and that the brand is somehow separated. And I think something you said is like, I think in a lot of organizations, that's kind of where marketing's been allowed to use brand at some time. You know what I mean? Some point it's kind of like a giving up the fight of trying to educate the rest of the C-suite on brand and being like, fine, if I have to like present it to you as the top of funnel, feel good, ephemeral stuff before we get to the quote unquote real marketing. I just feel like I don't think it was ever a marketer's proactive strategic decision to dissociate brand from kind of the air that we breathe as marketers.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like we fell into our own trap
Mm.
and we let ourselves get there. Because when I step back and look at it, if you go talk to like if you go through an acquisition
Mm-hmm.
and somebody is buying another company, they certainly have a valuation for the brand on the balance sheet.
Yep.
And so they manage to find a financial and numerical value for brand. So if they can do it, why can't we as marketers? And I do think that, when you go into it, you do have to respect the different tools in the toolbox. And I don't think brand is a layer. I think it's a trap.
Yeah.
And I would resist the temptation to accept that layer. I mean, going so far as I was in a conversation with a bunch of other marketers, and they literally were trying to find a new word for brand
Oh my
because
god.
the word was misused. And I'm like, I won't even participate in the conversation. I think it's, again, a mistake. I'd rather go back to the foundation and the principles of what it is and understand how brand influences all the layers and all the tools rather than miscast it.